welcome to my channel Chemholic. So guys, this course I am dedicating to all the class 10 students who are currently struggling to get good marks in their exams. And so guys, here's a solution to all your problems, while I'll make you understand in a very easier way that it will keep you going and will just keep your concepts at your fingertips. So guys, pull up your socks and get ready for the first chapter that we'll be starting is chemical reactions and equations. So guys, the name of the first chapter is chemical reactions and equations. In this chapter guys, we will be studying about the what do we mean by chemical reactions by taking examples of daily life phenomena that we experience. Second, we will observe, we'll try to balance the chemical equation, we'll try to write the chemical equations. Then we'll go to the types of chemical reactions and so on. So guys, the first chapter or the first thing that we need to understand is what do we mean by a chemical reaction. So guys, you must have seen very daily life phenomena occurring around in your surroundings, and you must be thinking whether it is a physical change or a chemical change. Yes guys, this definition of chemical reaction actually comes from this basic concept of physical and chemical change. So guys, let's take a very easy example that you all must have seen in your lives. That is the setting of curd. So guys, you have seen the milk is actually transformed to the curd, and see how the milk looks so different from the curd. That means yes, there is a complete transformation from the milk to the curd. In the curd you don't see any image of milk, you don't see it's a completely different chemical entity. Milk on the other hand is also a completely different chemical entity. So what do you think guys, whether it is a physical change or a chemical change? Yes, it is a chemical change. Now take another example. Take if we have kept food items for a very long time, are getting a very foul smell. So guys, what is that? Is it a physical change or a chemical change? Yes, it is a chemical change. Now your healthy food has been converted into a very rancid one. That is creating that foul smell. So guys, we will be starting with the very basic or daily life phenomena to make you understand what do you mean by a chemical reaction. So let's start. I have listed 3 situations in front of you. So I'll ask a question to all of you. Have you ever noticed what happens when a grapes got fermented, or a food is cooked, or an iron nail is left exposed to the humid atmosphere? So guys, these 3 situations I am giving in front of you. Please use your mind and think whether the transformation is a physical change or a chemical change. You know what will happen. So taking the first situation, that is when grapes get fermented. See guys, in the first picture you see the grapes looks very healthy, and you all must have seen the grapes like this. But now see, when they get fermented, guys, it is the conversion of glucose into an alcohol that you all must have read before in your previous classes. So we will see what happens to the grapes when the glucose in them gets converted to alcohol. Now see the picture. See the change of color in the grapes. This shows that grapes has underwent the fermentation process. So guys, this is the, what do you think, whether it is a physical change or a chemical change? Obviously it is a chemical change, because yes, the glucose gets converted to the alcohol, where this glucose and alcohol, both of these chemical entities are completely different. Now let's go to the second activity, that is food is cooked. So what happens when the food is cooked? Now see the raw materials we need for preparing the food shown to you in the first picture. But see what happens when the food is cooked. See, the picture is completely very different that we see in the picture 1. You can see the picture 2 looks completely different from that of picture 1. Guys, it is nothing but a chemical change. Now let's go to the third activity, which is when an iron nail is left exposed to the humid atmosphere. First picture shows you this collection of so many iron nails are there. Now we see what happens if we let them exposed to the humid atmosphere. So So guys, you see the brown coating on the nails has occurred. What is that brown coating? That guys you will study in the later on videos of my course. So the nails has acquired a brown coating on the top and now they look completely different. In all the above situations, the nature and identity of the initial substance has somewhat changed. Guys, what do you think if the nature and identity of the initial substance has changed? What is that? Is it a physical or a chemical change? It is nothing but a chemical change. So guys, whenever a chemical change occurs, a chemical reaction takes place. So I have taken the very basic three phenomena and we have seen the various transformation and we have categorized them in the physical and chemical change. This is, I have got a little bit idea about what do we mean by a chemical reaction. Now guys, we'll take some examples of what happens to elements and compounds when they are heated, or maybe they are mixed with water, or they are exposed to the humid atmosphere. So let's see. There is a burning of magnesium ribbon in air. So guys, when a burning of magnesium ribbon, you all have seen in your chemistry labs, and for conducting that activity, magnesium ribbon to burn in air, what thing we have to do it first? So guys, we have to rub it with the help of a sandpaper to clean the magnesium ribbon before heating. Do you think why we are doing all these things? Here's the solution, guys. Now you see this first picture of magnesium ribbon. Now you see the transformation. When the magnesium is exposed to the humid atmosphere, then it acquires a layer of carbonate on its top. Formula, if I tell you, it is MgCO3. When we try to heat the magnesium ribbon, we get a picture like this. You see a lot of light coming out of here. It is nothing but a dazzling flame when we try to burn a magnesium ribbon in air. So guys, when magnesium ribbon is burnt in air, it burns with a very dazzling white flame and it converts into a white powder ash-like substance, and it is called a magnesium oxide. I will also show you the picture of magnesium oxide, how it looks after burning. You can see the picture of magnesium oxide here. Guys, it is nothing but a white powder or a ash-like substance. I have also written your chemical reaction, and it is magnesium plus O2, it becomes MgO. So guys, it is this MgO is called a magnesium oxide, and you see I have written here O2. So guys, why I have written O2? Why not heat? The answer for this particular question is that when you will write heat, you will not be able to explain from where this O has come from in the product side. So you have to give every small explanation about this presence of all the elements in the product side. You all know that the oxygen is a supporter of combustion. That's why we need to write oxygen here on the reactant side. So guys, this is first case that we have taken, what happens to the elements and compounds when it is heated. So guys, what do you say? This is the chemical reaction. We will also see many other situations in the future videos. Till then, see the next situation, what happens when a solution of potassium iodide is added to the lead nitrate solution. So guys, potassium iodide and lead nitrate, these two chemical, we'll try to mix these two solutions and we'll see what happens in a particular chemical reaction. So guys, till now you must have understood what do you mean by a chemical reaction. Now see what happens in this particular reaction. So the reaction looks like this. We have taken two beakers here, and in one of the beaker we have taken the potassium iodide, and in the other beaker, which is we have taken lead nitrate solution. So guys, these two you see both look similar to water, but obviously it is not. Now we'll try to add both these two. See the second picture here. When we are trying to add lead nitrate solution to the potassium iodide, you see yellow picture here. It is nothing but called a precipitate. Now you see a residue sort of thing here in the second picture. and it is increasing till in the third picture when we have added more amount of lead nitrate to the potassium iodide solution. So guys, this is nothing but a formation of precipitate in the chemical reaction. And what color of precipitate we are having? It is yellow in color. So I will write the chemical reaction here. So guys, lead nitrate, this is the symbols for this. Lead is we write PB, capital P and small b, then nitrate. Guys, the writing of the chemical formula you all must have studied in your previous classes, so that I will not be telling you here. We are adding and we will see what happens in the, and we'll make an arrow like this and we'll write the products here. So guys, this yellow PPT is nothing but the lead iodide. So it is a lead iodide. Now you see this lead from here has reacted with the iodide over here. Guys, the left one is potassium nitrate. Potassium nitrate is nothing but the metal solution which remains in the liquid. Guys, this is the reaction which take place in this second situation, and you see there is a completely different transformation that you see except from the burning of this magnesium ribbon. Now we'll see the third situation, what happens in that. So guys, now we will see what happens to HCl or H2SO4 solution when they are added to the zinc. Zinc in the material form, it is available in the form of zinc granules, and HCl, which is called hydrochloric acid, and H2SO4, which is called a sulfuric acid, it's a form of acids. Now that means all in all we are trying to see what happens when an acid is added to a metal, which is specifically we have taken zinc. So guys, we have taken some zinc granules here. You see how zinc granules look like, and we have also taken dilute HCl or H2SO4 solution in the one of the beaker. Now what we'll do is we'll try to add this acid into the zinc granules and we'll see what happens. So now guys, if you see the third picture, you see a lot amount of heat is actually liberated during the reaction. You can see that from the formation of these bubbles in the beaker, and you also see a gas is liberating here. So it's a kind of reaction which liberates a lot of heat during the reaction, and this type of reaction is also called exothermic reaction. Yes guys, it is called exothermic reaction, a reaction which liberates a lot of heat during the reaction or after the formation of the product. Also you see a formation of a gas is also evolved during the reaction. We'll try to write the equation for this particular chemical reaction. Now we have just taken zinc here, and HCl we have taken in specifically. You can also take H2SO4, then the corresponding metal salt will be changed then. So if we have taken HCl, then ZnCl2 will form. What is this guys? It is nothing but hydrogen gas which is liberated during the chemical reaction. Guys, if you try to generalize this particular equation, this is also very important in your class 10 studies, is that zinc is a form of metal and HCl is an acid. So when an acid is added to a metal, zinc chloride is nothing but a metal salt. So a formation of metal salt along with the evolution of hydrogen gas is generally observed. This is a generalized chemical equation that you observe in case of metals. So thank you so much guys. There is so much to share about chemistry. So stay connected with me at my channel by subscribing it. Also like it, share it with your friends. Stay motivated, stay positive, because we have got Chemholic.